in the organization of the higher plant body, we come across up to the internal organization of the plant body. The internal organization, in first few years, the plants will grow. This tissue known as the primary tissue. Primary tissue is the tissue which develops from the primary apical meristem. This primary apical meristem gives rise to tissues in the plant. The tissue, they are the simple tissues. The tissues, they are known as the primary tissues. That is the primary xylem, primary phloem in the vascular bundle. As the plants grow more years, lasted more than 2 years, these plants, they are known as perennial plants. In these perennial plants, the plants produces the many branches. It bears many branches. It bears the many leaves. And after the reproductive structure, that is a flower developed, introduce the fruit. And due to this fruit, heavy load is grows on. As the branches, it facilitates the many branches. It requires to give the mechanical support. Requires the additional mechanical support to the primary xylem and the primary phloem as well as the mechanical tissue. Though the demand goes on increasing, they also need the more amount of the food to serve. Addition to the provides to additions of the food to this and other tissues. Therefore, as the primary needs, the primary tissue needs the secondary tissues to provide to help them. And such tissues, they are developed. They are known as the secondary tissues. In this first, as the plant grows smaller, it facilitates the branches. And as the air pass goes on, the size, diameter or girth of the stem goes on increasing. Stem goes on increasing. And due to this pressure is created to the secondary tissues which are developed into the center, pressure created towards the epidermal layer and epidermal burst open into this bark. झाडाची साल तयार होते ज्याला आपण म्हणतो bark. How it takes, you see in short here. Here in this I will going to draw the TS by taking the TS of the transverse section. The TS of this transverse section shows that is the circular in outline. Only rough outline we are going to see here, not in detail. For detailing structures, we have a separate topic, normal secondary growth in a dicot stem and root. In this dicot stem and root, there is a perfect endodermis and the vascular bundles are tangent collateral open. There is a secondary growth. In a monocot stem, there is no perfect endodermis and vascular bundles are tangent collateral closed. Therefore, in a monocot stem and root, there is no secondary growth. Here, in this structure, the first epidermis followed by means of the cortex and central placed vascular bundles. Here the vascular bundles initially they have the tissues. The vascular bundles, they are arranged in a ring. In these vascular bundles, the tissue which represents, that is a primary phloem, cambium and the primary xylem, the tissue which is initially present. Due to this more active, it is becomes vascular cambium becomes more active, and as it passes the growth, the primary phloem pushes towards the outer side. Primary xylem pushes towards the inner side, and due to which the more amount of the secondary phloem and secondary xylems which are produced, and due to which pressure is created to the center and it pushes towards the outside. That time, here, the primary xylem towards the center and it facilitates the more amount of the secondary xylem. Initially there is a primary, that is vascular cambium. The vascular cambium, it produces the more amount of the secondary phloem. It is the phloem is otherwise made up from the parenchyma, and the primary phloem which is present here, they crushed up, the obliterated, and the primary xylem in the center, which have produced the secondary xylem here. And here, the parenchyma tissue which presents, it facilitates the medullary rays. The centrally, which is pith, is present in the center, it is obliterated. And as the vascular cambium pushes towards the vascular cambium, it pushes towards the outer side phloem, and primary xylem pushes towards the inner side. Due to the size goes on increase, and as the size goes on increase, from the inner, primary xylem pushes towards the inner side, primary phloem pushes towards the outer side, due to which the size, girth, diameter goes on increase, due to which pressure is created on the cortex and the epidermis. Also, cortex and epidermis becomes an active part in the formation of the secondary tissues, and epidermis bursts open and it replaced by means of the philogen is developed. The philogen is a tissue, that is the rectangular cells, living cells with the nucleus compactly arranged in 2 to 3 layers, meristematic tissue, that is known as the cork cambium. It cuts the few cells towards the inner side. These cells, they are known as the secondary cortex, or also known as the secondary cortex. It is also known as the secondary pericycle, and in scientifically it is known as the phylloder. The cork cambium cuts the cells which are the thick wall, most thick wall, whose walls are dead, suberized. The cells, they are known as the phylum. It is also known as the cork. The cells impervious to water towards the inner side, gases attack, gases exchange in the inner sides. Equivalence. Phylum, philogen, phylloderm together form the periderm. And periderm is nothing but the bark of the tree. This is the internal organization in the secondary tissue, which are found in the secondary tissue in the dicot stem and dicot.